people, it sounds like a mix of applause and maybe people that are expressing that they're not happy with this. Guilty up to 29, 30, 31, 32. Guilty on all counts, Liz. In this historic trial, the first criminal prosecution of a U.S. president, counts 1 through 34 of this historic indictment here in New York City, guilty on all counts.
Man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, what a wild few hours it has been, right? I tell you now, last night around 10:30 p.m., I think it was, around that time, I was about to go to sleep, and then boom, I saw the Trump news, and then around 1 o'clock was the time I actually got to sleep. There was just so much going down, so much to take in. But as I'm sure you will all know, Trump has been found guilty in the hush money case, an absolute sham, and as many are saying right now, a very dark day in the USA. Now, before I carry on with this video and get into it a little bit further, if you could, especially with this topic around Trump, etc., for whatever reason, the algorithm just suppresses the video, so make sure to leave a like rating, comment on this video, share this video around, watch for as long as possible. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But let's get into this article. Donald Trump found guilty in hush money case, becoming first ex-president to be criminally convicted. A jury has found the 77-year-old guilty after a high-profile trial. It comes just 6 months before he goes head-to-head with Joe Biden in a bid to return to the White House. Yeah, only reason they're coming after him, right? They do not want him winning, so they're going to try everything they can, but as we know, I think this is going to backfire on them. Donald Trump has become the first former US president to be criminally convicted. In a historic decision, a New York jury has found him guilty of falsifying business records to commit election fraud. He was found guilty of all 34 counts he faced. Unanimity was required for any verdict. The former president is set to be sentenced on July 11th, days before the start of the Republican National Convention on July 15th, where Trump is expected to be formally nominated for president. Coincidence? I think not. A few days before that is set to go down, and now on July 11th, they're going to sentence him. Yeah, they couldn't write the script any better, could they? But if we take a look at this and see everything that's gone on and be realistic about it, regardless of how, positive people want it to be, I think the likely outcome was they were always going to convict him because it just went so far. Dodgy people involved, there was no way they were going to backtrack on it. However, there is a positive to this all. I know the reaction right now is frustration, people are upset, angry. Trust me, when I saw this news, I was just like, what the F is going on, man? What world are we living in? But, if you look underneath that, and a lot of people are saying this, and I agree, this has just handed him the presidency. And the motivation now for people to vote for Trump is going to be at its highest, more than it's ever been. The fire has been lit. People are going to be pissed off, and rightly so. Now, let's just take a look at Trump's reaction to this guilty verdict as soon as he came out of the court. Take a watch.
Yeah, Judge, if you'll hold on just a second. We see President Trump now. He is walking out. Let's listen.
Trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. But the real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people, and they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA, and the whole thing, we didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent, and I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end, and we'll win, because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now, from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
This is the final battle
With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
I mean, it's such a huge day, in my opinion, and I think we can all feel that, right? We're witnessing such a big part of history, and I kind of feel like that's the case every single day. Something else happens, but obviously there are going to be people out there who are happy about this. You know, the woke leftists, liberals, even people in this country, right? They're going to hear this news and they're going to be like, yes, this is great, this is amazing, because you still have a lot of people out there who believe every single thing the mainstream media says and will only agree with something or disagree with something once they're told to. But being happy about a former president getting convicted in a rigged case, it's insane to me. But the Biden administration, as you would expect, have reacted to this, and they have put out a statement, and let's just take a look at this. It's kind of funny, if I'm going to be honest. Biden-Harris campaign statement on today's verdict. In New York today, we saw that no one is above the law. Sorry. Doesn't Biden have a son? That's, wait, hold on. Anyway, Donald Trump has always mistakenly believed he would never face consequences for breaking the law for his own personal gain. But today's verdict does not change the fact that the American people face a simple reality. There is still only one way to keep Donald Trump out of the Oval Office, at the ballot box. They're still worried, man, I tell you now. Convicted felon or not, Trump will be the Republican nominee for president. The threat Trump poses to our democracy has never been greater. Really? He is running an increasingly unhinged campaign of revenge and retribution, pledging to be a dictator on day one and calling for our constitution to be terminated so he can regain and keep power. A second Trump term means chaos, ripping away Americans' freedoms and fomenting political violence. And the American people will reject it this November. Yeah, I don't think so. Again, this will heavily backfire on them, in my opinion, and we're going to see something huge happen in November, something great happen in November. I really do think so, unless, of course, you know, something crazy happens in the build-up to it, which, as I've said before, wouldn't surprise me. But a donation website was set up for Trump after this conviction. Not that he really needs it, but people are so fired up, and so many people have donated that the site actually crashed. Whew. Happening now, President Donald Trump receives massive wave of support after he was found guilty in the New York City trial, crashing his donation page. Sequoia, hopefully I got that right, I probably didn't. Capital Sean McGuire donated $300,000 to Trump's campaign. Lee Zeldin secured an $800,000 donation for Trump's joint fundraising committee. Tim Pool, I have just donated the maximum to Donald Trump. Absolutely based. Tucker Carlson, import the third world, become the third world. That's what we just saw. This won't stop Trump. He'll win the election if he's not first. Megyn Kelly, guilty on all accounts. This country is disgraced. Alvin Bragg should be disbarred. They will rue the day they unleash this lawfare to corrupt a presidential election. Scott Adams, I just donated to Trump. The donation page crashed from traffic. This is the hill to die on. Tristan Tate, Trump donation page, ? Link. Piers Morgan, Trump's donation websites are crashing. My guess is this verdict will propel him back into the White House. Matt Walsh then goes on to tweet, I don't often donate to political campaigns, but I will be making a sizable donation to the Trump campaign tonight. So you can imagine, with all the people we've spoken about here, how much money has been donated. It's crazy to think about, and again, this is backfiring on them. I mean, let's just take a look at the CNN clip of somebody admitting that they have people texting him who are now going to be voting Trump. You know, they weren't going to vote for him before, but they've seen what's gone on, and now they're changing their minds. Take a watch.
Well, if my phone and the text messages I'm receiving are any indication, every Republican in the country is madder than a wet hen. I mean, people who are decidedly non-MAGA, not Trump fans, are blowing up tonight saying this case never should have been brought. This is ridiculous charges. It was egregious use of the criminal justice system. And I mean, I'm hearing people say, I had no intention of voting for Donald Trump, and now I am. And then if you ask the Trump campaign what's happening, you know, they literally broke their online donation portal because people were rushing to the internet to give them money in the minutes after the verdict. So I think there's a real chance here. This is going to massively backfire on the Democrats and help Donald Trump.
And I think this is going to be a common theme you will see. You know, a lot of people out there who were, let's say, maybe undecided or didn't want to vote for Trump will see this and now they'll vote. That's what it's done. But the question is, will Donald Trump serve time behind bars? Will he actually go to jail? Well, The Independent have posted this. Trump could theoretically face more than a decade in prison, according to CNN chief legal analyst Laura Coates. Under New York state law, the maximum prison sentence for a Class E felony is 4 years in prison. New York imposes a 20-year sentencing cap for this type of offense, with a decision on whether the sentences run concurrently or consecutively left up to the judge. Given that Trump has no prior criminal record and the crimes are non-violent in nature, it is likely he will face no jail time. Instead, New York Justice Juan Merchan could impose other penalties such as fines, probation, or conditional discharge in lieu of jail time. Look, I don't personally think he'll go to jail for this for the reasons listed in that article, but then again, it's 2024, right? With all the stuff we've seen, all the insanity, would it surprise anyone if they pulled a stunt like that? Would it surprise anyone if, boom, they send him to jail? Probably not. And if they did, oh man. Imagine the reaction. But Trump does have the option to appeal this, I believe so. I guess we're going to wait and see what happens with all of this, but leave your thoughts down below regardless. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this news? What were your initial thoughts when you saw the headlines? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.